start with the dance party. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us again on another episode of Inspired by Miss Amber Ed. I'm here today with Tanya and myself and Sasha and everybody.
Let's do
We're all
this.
here. Started with the dance party. That was fun. Today we're going to be talking about kind of like email marketing. We're not diving deep into it. We just kind of want to talk about the process because we just had a course launch, which was Pixelated and Bold, and the amount of time I think that goes into this type of stuff, I don't think anybody can wrap their brain around.
Yeah. Yeah, you think you're like, yeah, it's going to take me 3 days to do it. No. Couple
3
weeks.
days.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we hope
Yeah,
for.
and then we start planning, then all of a sudden we got to plan for 2 weeks, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 2 graphics a day. Yeah, Amber gave me till this time, and then you got to come review them.
How many graphics did that course launch have?
I think like if 30 or more.
Oh my gosh.
So the email marketing, what does that consist of for Miss
Yeah,
Amber
what's
Red?
that
Like
even
what?
mean?
Like is it like for like you're trying to get clients or like what is the main purpose of the email marketing for you guys?
The artist side figured out
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
We're just starting the client side.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's 2 different like scopes you guys got to do, and
Yeah.
and you guys do different. Like, is it a different like a formula?
Yeah.
For the 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And who came up with this formula? How'd you guys like get into it?
trial and error.
Literally.
It's just figuring out what works and what doesn't. That's why it's like, yeah, you can have everyone tell you do this, do that, until you get in and know your audience and know your email, the people on your email, your contact list. You don't know.
So some things they have to look at, right? So subject lines, right? Preview text.
What you're saying in it, the wording of it,
Image size. How busy the graphics are. What time the emails get sent out.
Yeah. Who it gets sent out to.
Who it gets sent out to.
What platform it goes on. Oh, just learned about light and dark mode. So that's a whole nother thing that I brought to the table.
Phones have light and dark mode.
Yeah.
That's Sasha.
Yeah. And another thing, I was like, damn it, we haven't been designing for dark mode. And we have to pay attention to that. And we did research, and almost 70+% of people have their phone in dark modes nowadays.
And some people don't receive, the images don't load.
Yeah.
So how do you
Because
get
I'm
your
pretty
point-
sure I'm on dark mode.
Yeah.
I'm on light mode.
Yeah.
And how do you get your point across if an image doesn't load? If you have everything in an image, so you got to break it down and make sure there's text
Type
instead,
it out.
right?
Yeah. There's so much that goes into it.
So yeah, that. What else? So okay. So to get the emails even going, we need people to send it to.
Yeah, how do you guys get the emails?
So how do we get the emails?
Amber? I think you do freebies, right?
So freebies constantly. Okay,
Yeah.
but when you say a freebie, cool. We just make something on Canva and send it out. No, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
So
You make a landing page for the freebie.
landing page for the freebie. Then you need a thank you page.
Yeah.
Sasha, what else do we need to go with that?
You need a form to go with it. You need to tag everything.
The
to make
videos
sure.
need to be edited and put together.
A freebie,
Make
like
sure-
what freebies?
Like if we're giving out like a PDF maybe. Or
That's
like,
an easy one though.
Yeah,
PDF's
Like
easy
little
'cause
classes?
Yeah.
Like those
PDF
kind?
they can just download and just have it. That's a little bit easier of a setup.
Yeah.
Until Amber decided to take them on a journey on these landing pages.
Yeah.
That made everything 10 times harder.
Yeah. Which go look, you got a scavenger hunt for the freebie.
Yeah,
But that's the point.
Okay, so yeah, that's actually a good point because a lot of the times, okay, so up until a month ago, we were making freebies and literally just like, here you go, that's it. We weren't like selling them anything else. So 99% of the time when you go and you're like, I'm going to take this free course, put my information in. But in order to find that, you have to go through a whole ass page, right? That walks you through like who the person is. Well, I'm sorry, I'm like covering my face, but like who the person is, and then it walks you through like, oh, did you know we have a podcast? And it goes down and it, then it goes down and it like tells them a little bit about maybe another offer that you have, and then they have to go through that, and then at the bottom, then they'll finally
they have
get
to
to
work
their
for it.
Exactly. Everybody else does that. We were not doing that. So that's a whole ass other thing. You have to think of like this client journey on this landing page all the way, and then okay, now plant your freebie. So then that way they're being exposed, even if they don't buy anything. At least now they know we have a podcast. You know, so we were never thinking about that before. We were just like, oh, put it on a page. Here you go.
Here's a button. Download it. There you go.
And then they were gone. And now I'm like, ooh, we're exposing all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like, who teaches you this shit? Nobody.
Yeah. Till you just one day you figured it out.
So now I look at everybody else's. If I'm on your marketing list, guess what I'm doing? I'm seeing what you're doing because I know you're paying money for it. There's a few of you out there that are paying big bucks for these marketers, and we're jacking all those formats and ideas.
I promise you they're figuring it out along with you. They're just selling it a little different to you.
Yeah. It's so much better though. Okay, I can't say any names. Amber, don't say any names. Okay, something happened recently, really recent, like yesterday. Ooh, this is juicy. So I'm...
Because you don't have access to your own shit.
Because if you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yep.
So listen, a huge name in the industry yesterday had a conversation, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I think we could do that. They asked me a question. I was like, wanting us to host something of theirs. And I was like, I think we could do that. I think that would be no problem. My brain's like, followed along every step side by side with you. And I'm like, all right, they're going to need this, 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 this. How much time are we going to need? Probably going to have to do this, this, this. I asked them, I was like, okay, in order for us to do that, all within like 5 minutes, my brain's like, ding. I said, how do you want to approach this? I said, I need to know if I need a product space. They had no fucking clue. I said, I need to know do you have a marketing game plan? Do I need a product space on my platform, or are you okay with me just building out a landing page and hosting the video separately on there, and we can deactivate the landing page and they just stop access, right? Because it won't take up a product space. I could kind of do a ghost offer for it. So I'm talking to this person like this. Oh. This person has a lot more knowledge than I thought they did.
What? I didn't know about this. Amber even told me yet.
No, so I didn't say nothing.
I can't wait to know after.
And so literally responds, I almost said he, she, they, them. I'm not even going to give that information away. But so they respond with, I actually have no fucking idea. I have to ask so-and-so and I'll get back to you. I'm like, boom. I'm like, you're running a fucking massive multi-million-dollar business and you don't fucking know. Get the fuck out of here. That is like something in my heart that you have to, if you're a business owner, you have to follow along and know exactly what the fuck is. It doesn't matter how tired you are. It doesn't matter. You have to know how things run. You got to know how to do something because of that.
Yep.
And I was like, holy shit.
See, this is why.
I'm a web developer now.
Yeah. It got back to me and I'm just like, you don't know?
See, but
I'm like, can't you just give me the video? I'm like, just all you need to answer. Literally the answer I was looking for is just give me the video.
Yeah.
I'll put it on landing page. I just need to know, do you got lessons that go involved and how much like of a marketing plan do you need? Because otherwise we can put your video up like we do our freebies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like just on a landing page.
What?
You don't know if you have lessons in your course? I am so...
And that goes back to what I always tell you. I'm like, people are looking, I'm not going to say names, but people are like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing blah, 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 because they're letting everybody else do everything. They have no idea. Yeah. If you're like, oh, what's like lesson 2 on your, they probably have no freaking idea what's on anything.
You are 100% right, because I got another huge name that I know. Exactly that. Went to teach the course. First time looking at the material. That person didn't create their own course. Somebody else did. They went through and they had to review it as if they're reading a book, because they didn't. I mean, they know the information because they teach on that subject.
Yeah.
But they didn't know the flow of the handout because somebody else wrote it for them.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is how they're getting so much shit done. I'm like,
that's what I say. Isn't that what I always say? I'm like, it may seem Amber's getting a lot done, but she feels like she's not getting a lot done. But you're the one writing the course.
Oh my God.
You didn't just, Sasha, do like these are the key points. Here you go.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're like, hey, yo, they're Sasha. They're like, write this up. That person knows fence, but doesn't know shit for shit.
Yeah, no, everything.
They don't know those
everything
nuggets.
we do is in house.
Yeah,
literally.
Everything is in house.
That falls back to like the long game of it all. You're so involved, it may not feel like, and it's happening right overnight. And you may want to hire every person for every little single job that they can do. But what does that mean for you and being involved and being a legit teacher in this industry?
Right.
You know,
I'm a firm believer in delegating. Though, like certain things need to be delegating. Let the people that they're good. Sasha's good at things. Let Sasha do. But you still overview that stuff.
I know, and I got to stop. I told her today I have to stop because we have 2 ideas that are really holding me back, I think, that will take us up. And if I don't stop, so like we were talking today, like the graphics stuff, because right now I'm in there and I'm reworking all Sasha's graphics. I'm like, you know what, this has to stop. It's taking up way too much of my time. This isn't important. Click rates and everything are good enough. Let's take what we have now, let's drop them into so we're going to create like a Canva thing where Sasha will just have like groups of graphics for different things, and then she can just plug and play. The only thing I'll have to do though, Sasha, I can't. It's like I think I can let go of everything, but how are you going to write all the wording?
Yeah.
It's like then I have to go break that course down step by step because that takes a long ass time. That's what's taking me so long in those graphics that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Is I have to go back and now retell the story, find the landing page that we created because we have so many different projects happening. I'm like, well, I don't want to tell them the wrong thing here and the wrong thing here, so I have to go hunt down that page, get all the details, break all those details down now across 30 graphics, and I'm like, by the end of it, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. That's what I always say. I'm like, yeah, I can go in, I can do it, but you're probably not going to like the way I'm saying it or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you come in because you've been in here for 10 years. You're like, just the way she'll switch a certain word. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
But guess
like,
what?
that makes
Amber's
sense.
not going to catch it after it's already been out in the world for
I know. That's
who
why
knows
I'm like,
how long.
You may not want to review it, but it's needed because, like, for example, like Miss J, yeah, you let her take full control. And how much of that did you have to go and just completely redo?
Yeah.
At least we're at the point where I can get you to that point where you just go in and you change a word here, or you just go in and move that element on the graphic, or that, like, I feel like that's a good flow. But anything else I think it just makes sense, like, the way we work now. But you have to be involved. It's just part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, eventually you'll loosen the reins more and more and more.
Oh, that reviewing bullshit's about to get cut the fuck off because I got other things I
that's
gotta
fine.
do.
Yeah.
She said that. She's like, that's all you had to say. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, because I can't keep reviewing everything. I'm like, it's making me, because then, I go review something. Here I am 5 hours later. Like,
yeah.
I'm
I just
like,
gotta
oh
get
my
to a
God.
point where I don't get you stuck on it, because maybe I'm not putting enough yet. But I'm only 3 years into this with you. Eventually, I'm gonna know your wording and how to say things like that, and then take over graphics. But you guys know
and
graphics.
all I'm really doing is pulling from our landing pages. It's now that we're walking through that whole client journey on those landing pages, like in their client journey now. Are they clients or not clients? Not art. Like I'm talking about the artist journey, like walking through that whole artist journey to sell them certain things. I really go there and grab all the information because otherwise my brain is like fucking mashed potatoes and I'm like I can't fucking remember what was I supposed to say here versus you got pixelate and bold, you got dilution, you got eyeliner, you got fucking correction, you got this. I'm like, what the which freebie was going to what landing page?
Yeah.
How many landing pages do we have, Sasha?
Like 50 plus.
72. I think we have
shit.
72. I think I looked yesterday at 72.
Damn.
And that's
Are you sure some of those aren't in drafts?
Some of them are in drafts.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's how. But imagine that's how much
made
just
in-house.
that.
Yeah.
And how many web pages do we have?
Yeah.
I'm like all of that we've done in the last year and a half.
Yeah.
It's
And
wild.
this is all stuff you kind of learn. I mean, we kind of knew. I mean, I'm not really working on that stuff, but like we kind of knew the back end of that. So the fact that you came in and started learning all that stuff, like that's a whole thing on its own. So I don't.
Yeah.
Well,
a lot of people are
I'm a
doing
big
it.
believer in hiring somebody. I'm like, let's hire somebody and let's see what they do. They, it might not be the top tier person.
Yeah.
Like one day it'll be the top tier person that we're hiring.
Yeah.
But let's hire somebody. Let's let them because they're specialized in it. So even though half the time I think we come up with better things than what they gave us, but at least they'll get the ball rolling for us. And I'm like, oh shit, now we have like a layout. At least saved us 6 months of work to get us a layout going, and now we can go in and tweak it to us.
Yeah.
So I think I'm like spending a little bit of money in those areas like makes sense. You don't have to spend so much freaking time trying to figure it out from scratch for not knowing.
Well, that's what Miss J did for us with the long lasting lippies. She gave us foundation. We're like, okay, and then from there on, we've just been learning.
Literally.
I think it's scary. Like Ari, when she called that girl and was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna handle your marketing, and we're gonna do this," and I think when people do that, like that's scary.
That is scary.
Like putting like all your marbles, like putting all your eggs in a basket.
Yeah.
And just trusting this person that has absolutely doesn't even know you.
Yeah.
What's wild is I don't think there's anybody in our industry doing it the way we're doing it either. I'm like, I honestly, like, and I think everybody is paying, like, that's how they're getting so many freebies. That's, or to be able to, back to freebies and building your email list. We do those things to, obviously it's like nothing's for free, right? So, like, I give you this, you give me your email. I give you, it's that give and take.
Yeah.
And it's like, everybody in the industry, it's like, yeah, you're right. That's like, you see them doing so much, but they have other people making all that shit.
And I'm on some of those big pages, and I'm like, let me get this little free course because I want to see what they're doing, because I eventually want to start doing my own stuff too, and not like copying them, but I'm like, okay, how are you doing stuff? Yeah, and I'm like, this all seems very robotic. Like I know this person didn't do this.
So
it's something else. Like
AI.
I just AI.
So much.
It's just that's why I don't know. That's just where we're the best. That's it.
we got an email recently from another big name in the industry. I told you about this one.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And so every time I see something, I have an email thing in my phone, and I transfer that email, and we have an email marketing folder. So if I see an idea, I'm like, okay, put it over here, right? So I can look back at it later. But I'll sign up for stuff just to see the flow of how somebody's doing something. I don't give a shit about their content, really. I just want to see what platform are you using, how many lessons did I have, what's this? Kind of just seeing what other people are doing in the industry. But so we got one recently. Everybody's probably seen this too, so I'm kind of scared to say this as an example. It came through, and it was a video, and it was the person walking through. Okay, it wasn't. It was supposed to be that artist walking through a Canva, like, here's how you do this. Here's how you, okay, fuck it. Here's how you create a flash sheet, basically, is what this was. Okay. You're creating a flash sheet, and they're walking through, like, you pull a flower here, just basic ass elements on Canva, and they're putting them on a blank page on Canva. It was so simple. Okay. Tell me why that person did not take the time to voice over that herself.
Oh.
She fucking used an AI voice. It was the most annoying thing in the entire world. And I'm like, I'm sorry, AI has a place. Yes, it does. And it can give you an outline for things in 5 minutes that would have taken me 6 months. But something as simple as that.
Yeah, like, come on now.
Put your voice on it and put a little bubble in the corner so they can see your fucking face.
It doesn't feel personable.
It didn't feel personal. The second
it
started playing, I was like, delete.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's all I need to see. But that, again, goes back to nobody's doing anything themselves.
No. Yeah.
I look at all that stuff super harshly. If you don't know, Sasha and I have like a digital background. I don't know what yours is, Sasha. Sasha's like more coding. Like she did way more. Coding. She's way like more in depth. But at least I have like a digital background in like marketing and like graphics and social media stuff. So immediately, like I look at that stuff super hard too. Or I look at somebody's thing, I was like, oh, this is fake.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you got fake followers.
Coming off of graphics.
Yeah.
I can't. It's like, because having a graphics background, I just kind of want something to look a certain way.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck. Like, I'm like, wish you didn't have. Just take that piece out of me and just put it over there, okay?
Yeah. I think that one-ups us, though, and why our stuff is so good. We may be going slower, and other people are like, class here, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, are you even offering that? Are you even really that good at?
Are you even doing that service?
Yeah, are you even doing that service? Because last week you were doing this, and now all of a sudden you're doing this, and now you're doing belly buttons, and now you're doing nipples, and now you're doing eyebrows, and
it's all for
and I'm
money.
like, wait a second.
Yeah.
And two, I look at the marketing and I look at the stuff, and I'm like, you got 200,000 followers and you got 23 likes.
Yeah.
So you're paying for your shit. And that's not, in the end, that's not going to help. All that fake stuff isn't going to help.
Yeah.
Because social media and all those things, they're smart. So they have a ratio, like they have an equation that they're using. And so you can have all of this, but it doesn't matter because the ratio doesn't work. And it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
Same thing with marketing stuff, like, or websites. People, look, it looks good here, but you go to save a picture and like it's not even saved. Like the captions, like it doesn't have any SEO, like nothing.
Poor Sasha. I'm like, but we're not even getting any numbers. Is anybody even clicking on this? She's like, Amber. She's like, statistically, we are right there where we're supposed to be. Stop being an asshole. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. No, I literally looked it up, and it was like, they said
She's
the
like,
government,
this is what it is.
the government has like 40% open rate, and I'm like, look at our numbers, it matches, and a 1% click rate. I'm just like, it is what it is. Or like today, like, people.
No, you say 1%, it's like 1% of your entire list. It's all based off however many you have on your list.
Yeah, and then people get discouraged by like unsubscribers and stuff. But honestly, you want the people there who want to pay attention to you.
Yeah.
If you're just here for a freebie or whatever, and you want to unsubscribe, okay, go. Bye.
Right.
You're not going to get all the good stuff that we're going to have to offer.
Yeah, or it's like, oh, look at all these people clicking the website. Yeah, that's somebody on Google going and making you pay for the pay-per-clicks. Oh, here's another $100 you're going to spend.
Yeah.
Thing organically, it's just better to do things organically.
Absolutely.
And see lower results than paying for shit and getting all these amazing things. And it's like, oh, look at all this fake traffic. That means nothing. You get 100 people click here, one person click here. All those 100 people didn't pay for anything. But that one person that matters.
Slow and steady.
Yeah.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady. We'll get there.
I try to remind myself slow and steady.
Yeah, and being legitimate, because I tell these girls, I'm like, you guys need to start selling your marketing, like your email things, which is coming.
Yeah, because there's nobody in the industry doing it. There's nobody doing it the way we're doing it, like the graphics and stuff.
Yeah.
And the graphics, landing pages,
marketing, the way the website's designed, the classes.
The look of it all. It's all super authentic, which I love.
Yes, if you guys hear this and you ever have seen our graphics, give us some love.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you guys need help,
Yeah.
too.
Tanya does graphics.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're still like offering those services, but
Maybe.
Yeah,
We'll see where things
Yeah.
go.
It depends on how busy I am.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love doing the marketing stuff or like the digital stuff, social media,
It's fun.
and yeah, I really do like it. So
My
I feel
mom
like
will say all the time, like, "Are you working? Do you even work?" I'm like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Okay, so Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm like working. Like
Yeah.
we're working on website and because you don't see it because I'm not taking clients.
Yeah.
It's a good balance because it lets my hands. My hands are so sore all the time, but I'm like, it lets my hands rest and I get to do something else. I'm like, and then, well, it seemed like you're only working like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm like,
Mom.
okay, mom, like
no,
stop
every
judging
day's
me.
work.
It's
I'm like,
literally-
I'm on TikTok and I'm like, I'm not even really looking for enjoyment. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that
Yeah.
I like the way they wrote that caption. Like,
All
oh,
the
that's
time.
like.
This sound's trending right now.
Yeah.
Save it. Yeah, it's all important.
yeah. All right, guys. Well,
That's our rant on email
yeah, that's our
marketing.
rant on email marketing.
Just keep figuring it out. You got it. You'll get there.
And if you have questions, you can hit us up. We're always down to help.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yes.
thank you guys for joining us. And Tanya,
Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.
bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.